Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Shai, Kala Yahweh Bashal Shai, Bashal Kakadash, the balance the elder pastor, great minister, Ruel, the citation to the ocular put to the truth, the fact the folk on the earth, to the bearing power Yahweh Bashal Shai, that the hope will let, to the word enemy called God, his name Yahweh, to the word enemy called Jesus Christ, named Yahweh Shai, to the Hebrew Israelite that consist of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians, and those in line of Senate, go back to the soul tribe of Israel, due to the scattering amongst the nations, amongst the four corners of the earth. This is Mahari Call for the Great Millstone Los Angeles camp of the Inland Empire region. This is Mahari Call for the Great Millstone Galakis. And I'm now about to dollar one to be edifying to the bearing power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash, says the Holy Spirit. All right. Now, Trump recently did a press conference and talk about you ninjas, all right, you niggas, all right, talk about we're getting rid of the slums, all right, coming after you niggas, all right, and he blatantly stated, okay, and you know what he's talking about, slums, talking about you niggas, these so-called Negro Latinos, in these ghettos, and these projects, all throughout America, all right, play this clip.
It's becoming a situation of complete and total lawlessness. And we're getting rid of the slums too. We have slums here. We're getting rid of them. I know it's not politically correct. You'll say, oh, so terrible. No, we're getting rid of the slums where they live. Caravans of mass youth rampage through city streets at all times of the day. There are ATVs, motorbikes. They travel pretty well. Entire neighborhoods are now under emergency curfews. Just this past weekend, gunfire went through, and you saw that, the Navy Yard. I saw it this morning. They saw that they fought back against, see, they fight back until you knock the hell out of them, because it's the only language they understand. But they fought back against law enforcement last night. And they're not going to be fighting back long, because I've instructed them and told them whatever happens, they love to spit in the face of the police. As the police are standing up there in uniform, they're standing and they're screaming at them an inch away from their face. And then they start spitting in their face. And I said, you tell them, you spit and we hit. And they can hit real hard. It's a disgusting thing. I've watched that for years, for 3-4 years. I've watched them. The police are standing, and they're told, don't do anything under any such, and you can see they want to get at it. And they're standing there, and people are spitting in their face, and they're not allowed to do anything. But now they are allowed to do whatever the hell they want. This dire public safety crisis stems directly from the abject failures of the city's local leadership. The radical left city council adopted no cash bail. By the way, every place in the country where you have no cash bail is a disaster. That's what started the problem in New York, and they don't change it. They don't want to change it. That's what started it in Chicago. I mean, bad politicians started it, bad leadership started it, but that was the one thing that's central, no cash bail. Somebody murders somebody and they're out on no cash bail before the day is out. We're going to end that in Chicago. We're going to change the statute. I spoke with Pam and Todd and everybody. We're going to change the statute, and I'm going to have to get the Republicans to vote, because the Democrats are weak on crime. Totally weak on crime. They don't know why. They want to stop because they get mugged too. But we're going to change no cash bail. We're going to change the statute and get rid of some of the other things. And we'll count on the Republicans in Congress and Senate to vote. We have the majority, so we'll vote. We don't have a big majority, but we've gotten everything, including the great, big, beautiful bill. Got that done, and that's one of the greatest things that's ever happened to people in this country. They're starting to figure it out, how good it is. Biggest tax cut in history. So many things. But we'll be able to get that done. So Todd, if you and Pam can draw up things working with the people, I'll get it passed. We'll get it passed with the Republicans. Probably won't get, think of this, probably won't get one Democrat vote because they have no idea what they're doing. That's why they want.
So you heard the man. All right. Get rid of the slums. And then basically the police can do whatever the hell they want. See? So, 33. That's right. It's 6 days to go. Alright? So, it's a cop rolling up in D.C. as the result of the press conference. Alright? I already did a video on that, but it's going back further than that. So, hey, it's never too late. Alright? Oh, that's this slum, right? In America, AI overview, the United States. The term slum generally refers to neighborhood characterized by dilapidated, dilapidated of a building or object in a state of disrepair or ruin as a result of age or neglect, run down. Right? Some places like that. Alright? Houses all boarded up, buildings abandoned. Okay? That's what it said. Dilapidated housing, poverty, and lack of basic, no job, right? That's create poverty. That's create high crime, right? All these are in Jake neighborhood, going on in Jake neighborhood all throughout America. These are areas often like poverty and a lack of basic services. These areas often experience high rate of crime, disease, and other social problems. Right. Especially mental health not being addressed. Right. Fatherless home, all that. Sexual abuse, all that going on. Historically, slums in America have been associated with crowded, unsanitary conditions, particularly among immigrant and minority populations. Alright, so we know exactly who Trump referring to. He's talking about the slums. Talk about the so-called minorities, right? So-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians. Okay? They coming up, y'all. Alright? Also, it's the Lord doing this. Alright? He saw Edom to do that. Okay? Alright? This is the curses, alright? Subjugated to these things. Alright, Numbers 28, 15. It shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh, shall shine thy power to dare to do all his commandment and his statute, that I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Alright? Verse 15, cursed thou shalt be in the city, and cursed thou shalt be in the field. In the NLT, your town and your field, right, will be cursed. All right, high poverty. All right. Verse 19, cursed shall be when thou comest in, and cursed shall be when thou goest out. All right. Verse 20, the Lord Yahweh shall stand upon thee curse and vexation and rebuke all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do. until that'll be destroyed, until that'll perish quickly. Because of the wickedness of thy doing, whereby thou hast forsaken me. All right, it's the only reason why we're in this situation. All right, transgressing the law, statutes, commandments. All right, committing wickedness. All right. Mm, 29, thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in the darkness. Thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. All right, poverty. That's why Drake resort to crime. All right, try to get that fast money, hustling, dealing drugs. All right, it's still wickedness. In thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed forevermore. And no man shall say then, who's oppressing us? So-called white man. Um, um, the 33, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors, job, shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Sweet God. Let's keep on going. Let's do this one to get. That's it for now. Alright. Then I left. Revelation coming out that great wrath. Revelation Proverbs 12. Before rejoice ye heaven and earth, heaven, and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the thieves and to the people. For the devil to come down unto you having great wrath. He has but a short time. Alright? Hey, Donald Trump. So he's talking and doing things. He might be that guy. Just might be that guy to bring about the NWOs and the implementation of the MOTBs and RFID chip being made mandatory. Alright? Yeah, I ain't gonna make the video too long, but you get the gist. Alright, coming after you niggas. Alright? Coming after you niggas in the slum, like you said, and the cops do whatever they want. Alright? Like Romans 13, talk about how he, let's get that. Romans 13:1, let every soul be subject unto the higher power. There's no power but of Yahweh, the power that be or ordained of Yahweh. So Edom, Donald Trump, the police department, the federality, the federal government, all that is ordained by Yahweh Shai. Alright, and it's set up in order to do these things. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinances of Yahweh. So you're going against Yahweh Shai today. Alright, you're going against the law that Esau has set up. Alright. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Yeah, bring your gun with you outside and shooting up people and doing stuff you have no business doing. Alright, you're not following the law. So, hey, the Lord is going to deal with you through these agents and these cops. 3. For a ruler or not a terror. For a ruler or not a terror to good work, but to the evil. That's 2/3 niggas, man. That's like roll up in the project, roll up in the hood. Y'all niggas doing too much. Mm-hmm. The ruler not a terror to the good work, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the powers? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise to the things. All right, you do what you're supposed to do and follow the law and stuff, you ain't gonna have an issue. Alright? Agree with thy adversary, and he shall flee quickly. Alright? Verse 4, for he is the minister of Yahweh to thee for good, but if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he bear not the sword in vain. Hey, Don Trump, they can do whatever the hell they want. But that's ultimately the Lord putting the fear on him when he caught to give them the green light to execute judgment on you niggas. Alright? For he is the minister of Yahweh, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. And that's you niggas in the slum, in the ghettos, in the barrio. Wherefore ye must need to be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. For they cause pay ye tribute also, for they are Yahweh ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. Okay. Alright, verse 8, owe no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. Only a lecture on that. Alright, the true brothers. There ain't no love in the street. Where it is, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, yeah, it's going on in the hood. They do the totally opposite. Any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this thing, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And they're not doing that. Love working no ill to his neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. Alright? But all in all, he thought being used by Yahweh outside to execute judgment on you niggas. Alright? But that's all.